Good morning.
Hi, Lisa. I'm in.
Hello.
Hello.
I know some people said hello in the chat, so. Okay, so today we're starting off with the module or the unit on evaluating sources. So we're just going to start off by first looking at facts or opinion. So it should be a pretty easy class. So participants will be able to identify facts and opinions. So some community guidelines. We are happy you are here. If you are late or have technical issues, please just join in the conversation as you are able. Try to arrive on time, obviously, but we understand. And also we understand if you need to leave and come back or anything like that because of the connection. Mute yourself when you are not talking, so there's no background noise, but please remember to unmute yourself when you do want to talk and to speak loudly. We want to be able to hear you. Please complete the pre-session self-paced interactive slides before the class, just so you have some practice. If you do not complete them, you can complete them afterwards for homework if you would like. There's also a post-session feedback form that I will include the link to on here after the class, as well as I will email the link out to you. This will help us revise and develop course content. If you have questions or technical issues during the session, please send a message in the chat box indicating so, or email info@HETT group.com. So depending on the situation. Obviously, I can't fix your internet if you do have problems. Okay, so I am going to be leading this class. So my name is Lisa Vance. I've previously kind of worked in Myanmar. I've taught English, I've taught environmental education, and I've done teacher training before. And Kathleen is joining us.
Hello, my name is Kathleen Griley. I'm an English and Spanish teacher from the US, and I have experience training teachers in Mexico and teaching online. So I help Lisa with instructional design for the slides here.
And Akari might try offering these workshops next week in Burmese. Would you like to maybe briefly introduce yourself?
I'm just going to introduce myself in Burmese.
Oh.
I think I'm just going to introduce it in Burmese. Maybe that'll be it.
I can't hear you.
So, hello, can you hear me?
Oh. I think the audio might be kind of bad. No, I can't hear you. It kind of comes through as like some noise, but like more like static. Maybe just introduce yourself in the chat for now.
Can you hear me now?
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Maybe my AirPods probably have a problem. So I'm just going to introduce myself in Burmese.
Okay.
Semaro မင်္ဂလာပါကျမကဟိုဟာမဧကရီဘိုလို့ခေါ်ပါတယ်ကျမကအင်္ဂလန်ကနေတော့ဒီ International Education and Development Master ယူပြီးတော့ပြန်ရောက်ခါစားပဲရှိပါသေးတယ်ပေါ့နော်ကျမတို့တောက်လျှောက်ဒီEnglish language teaching အပြင်တခြားဒီvolunteer teaching တွေလည်းကျမတောက်လျှောက်လုပ်ဖြစ်ခဲ့တယ်ပေါ့နော်ဆိုတော့ကျမလည်း education sector တွေကပါပဲဆိုတော့ဟိုနောက်ပတ်တွေမှာဆရာမတို့ကိုကူညီပြီးတော့ဒီ research writing လိုဟာမျိုးသင်ပေးဖို့အတွက်ကိုကျွန်မလီဆန်နဲ့စကားပြောထားတာရှိရပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့နောက်ပတ်မှာကျွန်မဝင်ပြီးတော့သင်ပါမယ်လောလောဆယ်တော့ကျွန်မဟို video camera ဖွင့်ရ comfortable မဖြစ်လို့ဒီတိုင်းပဲဟို make set ထားပါတယ်เนาะဟုတ်ကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်
Okay, thank you. Okay, so show of thumbs up or thumbs down or kind of in the middle, wherever you feel like. How well do you feel that you understand the difference between facts and opinions? So show of thumbs, not at all, a little bit, somewhat, quite well, extremely well. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Can you show me with your video? If not, you can do a thumbs up or down without your video on, or you can write something in the chat box. Okay, awesome. Chat box up a little bit. Okay. Okay, awesome. Up. Okay, just to kind of get us in the mood. So if I were to ask you, how old are you? First, I'll give everyone about 30 seconds to answer if you're comfortable. How old are you? So you can answer in the chat box or you can tell me. 38. Yeah.
27 years old.
27 years old. Okay, cool. 28, 36, 38, 37, 45, 38, 34, 37. Okay, so is that a fact or an opinion? So again, you can tell me or type in the chat box. Fact or opinion?
It's a fact.
Yeah, definitely, of course. Yeah. So next one, you can write it in the chat box if you're comfortable. Are you good looking? Are you attractive? Yes or no? Or in between, or what do you think?
Yes, I'm good looking.
Yes. Yes. Yes, yes. Okay. Is that a fact or an opinion? Opinion, yes, opinion, definitely. Okay, so just to kind of review, I'm sure everyone knows, but what is a fact? Just type in the chat box if you want, or you can tell me. So how do you define a fact?
Some kind of data.
Yeah. Anyone else want to add to that? Data, definite main points, something that actually exists. Good. Yeah, so I have, it's kind of a true piece of information, a thing that's known to be proved. Yeah. Can be proven, can be verified, objective, cannot be changed by personal feelings or interpretation. yeah, a piece of information. Yeah. Okay, what are some terms that show something is a fact? So if you're reading something, what are some like terms or statements might you hear, especially if we're looking at research, that indicate that what you're going to see or hear is a fact? So if I say my opinion is that a fact or opinion? I mean, it's pretty obvious, but what kind of things show that what is being said is a fact?
Results.
Yeah, so results. Yeah, so if it's like the results are, anyone else? Okay. So we have like this proves that, there is no doubt that, research has shown that, the study concludes that, it is certain that, it is clear that, the data proves that, the results show that. So you can look, obviously, you can look at the wording of the sentences to kind of tell you if the information that is included is a fact or opinion. And also when you do your own writing, if you want to make it clear if something is a fact or opinion. Oh, I have people who just entered. Yeah. And what is an opinion?
Some discussion.
Yeah, discussion.
From my point of view.
Yeah. A piece, judgment about something. Yeah, definitely. Anyone else? It is assumed that. Yeah, it might be an assumption that. A view formed about something. Yeah, a person's feelings. From my point of view. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it cannot be proven true or false. It is subjective, so it is not objective. It depends on the person, on that person's view, might depend on feelings. Different people can have different opinions on the same topic. It might be supported by facts. Maybe you have some facts to back it up, but you can't 100% prove it. It may or may not be true. You just don't know, obviously. Okay. So what are some terms that show something is an opinion? In my point of view, yes. Personally, yeah. All in all, yeah. Assumed that. Good. In my opinion, frankly, definitely. Okay, so yeah, those are definitely some. I have, according to my personal beliefs, openly speaking, believe. Yeah. It is claimed that, it seems to me that, I think that, I am convinced that, from what I know, in order to support my view. Yeah. Oh, there's a little bit of background noise. Yeah. It is good to know that, yeah, that might be both. Okay, so again, we're going to do a pretty simple and easy poll. These are just general statements. They're not really yeah, they're not specific, I would say, to research, but just tell me if you think they're a fact, opinion, or maybe neither, or it's unknown what they are. Okay, so let's set up the poll. Okay. So America is the best country in the world. Is it a fact, opinion, or neither, unknown? America is the best country in the world. So I'll give you about 1 minute to answer, so another 30 seconds. There's one person who hasn't answered. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's stop there. So sharing the results. So the majority thought it was an opinion, and that is correct. So this is an opinion. Someone might think it's the best country in the world. Someone might not think it's the best country in the world. So I'm not trying to be mean, but during COVID-19, I do not think America is the best country in the world. Also, I'm Canadian, so I'm probably
As an American, I think you're right.
Oh, what's in the chat box? Me too. Okay, next one. Okay, 15 more seconds. So, oh, someone's drawing on the slides. America has the largest military in the world. I'm gonna clear this because I think someone drew on them. Sorry for who did that. Okay, let's stop there. So, fact. Everyone put down that that was a fact, and that is true. It is a fact. Next one. Speaking English instead of Mon will help you improve your English. Is this a fact, opinion, or neither, unknown?
我那时候来是想进了，送嘛不讲你看。
Okay, we'll actually wait a few more seconds. Not everyone's answered. Okay, we'll stop there. So I think people put down that this was an opinion. I would honestly like say that this is I don't agree with this statement. Can you tell me why? Why don't you agree with it? Oh, you can type if you want. So why don't you agree with this? So, oh, okay. So if you want to improve English, speak English. Yeah. So I would say this is like pretty close, like this I would say is pretty factual. There's probably been research done on languages. Like speaking the language that you want to learn does help you learn the language. So I would say that this is a fact. Like there is research to kind of back it up that it is beneficial. Okay, let's look at the next one. Google was created on September 4th, 1998. Is this a fact or an opinion? So I'll give you 1 minute to answer. So about another 30 seconds. Okay, I think everyone answered, so we'll stop there. So this one, yeah, I would agree. This is a fact. That's when it started. I mean, it's really easy to tell when it's facts and figures that usually that means that it is like if it's numbers and figures and data, that it is a fact. Okay. Lunch is my favorite meal of the day. Would you say that's a fact or an opinion? Okay, just a few more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So yeah, I would say that is an opinion. I mean, lunch might be someone's favorite, but not the other person's. You should study your English every day for 2 hours. Do you think that's a fact or an opinion? Okay, 2 more seconds. There we go. Opinion. So yeah, definitely. Okay, Justin Bieber is the worst singer. Is that a fact, opinion, or neither? Unknown. Opinion. Okay, 5. I think, oh, everyone answered it. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely an opinion. Okay. The earth is flat. Fact, opinion, or neither? Unknown. Five more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I would say this is neither. So that's why I have the last one, the last section. This is neither because it is stated like a fact, the earth is flat, but this is an untrue fact. So sometimes things that are stated as fact, it does not always mean that they're true. So something like this, and it is an example of a fact that is not true. So an untrue fact. So it's kind of neither. Water is better than wine. So fact, opinion, neither, unknown. Hello. Oh, it's difficult. I can't restart it in the middle. So it's almost over though. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. So yes, this is an opinion. It depends how it is better. Maybe you just like the taste better. Maybe it's healthier. So like how is it better? And I would say a lot of that's based on opinions. If you had something very specific about it, then maybe that could be a fact, but it's definitely pretty generic in general. Okay, so in groups, you will read a short article. Identify statements in the article as facts or opinions, and record your thoughts in Pear Deck. And if you have issues, you can send a message or an email. So I'll kind of quickly show you. If it will load. Okay, so these are the instructions. There's an article link. I'll also put it in the chat box, so I'll open it right now so that we can put it in the chat box. So I'd like you to record some facts in your group from the article here. I'd like you to record some opinions here. And if you're not sure if you want to discuss further, you can record them here and then you've finished it. So in your groups, you'll have about 10 minutes to work on it. Maybe if people aren't finished, I might give you 15 minutes. I'll keep an eye on the time and how much people are finishing. So 10 to 15 minutes to work on this in a group on Pear Deck. So I will put you in breakout rooms. So the link to the Pear Deck is here. And just in case, the link to the information or the piece of information that we'll be using. So we're not doing a research paper, just regular information is there. So there's the two links in case they don't work. And I'm going to put everyone into breakout rooms. So we have 18, 17, 16, 15. So I'll make 3 breakout rooms. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to check on the rooms.
Myanmar Siakata also an of the riot woman tradition. Opinion yala.
instruction မှာဒီ first paragraph ကိုပဲဖတ်ပါဆိုတော့ cultural
first.
life ဆိုတဲ့အပေါ်ကပထမ
Okay, so
part ကို
here.
ရေး
Okay.
ကျန်တဲ့ဟာနောက်တစ်ခုက
Okay, so I brought everyone back. So sometimes it is kind of difficult to tell. So let's look at the answers that people wrote. So facts, Buddhism has been a part of Myanmar's culture since the 1st century CE. That is definitely a fact. Since 1962, the government has strictly controlled and censored all media. I would say that's pretty much a fact. It's definitely controlled and censored. The only thing that could be maybe questionable on, if it's opinion, is strictly, like how strict were they? Let's see. Whoa. Okay, I can't read all of this one, I think. So Buddhism has been part of Myanmar's culture since the 1st century CE. Has been blended with non-Buddhist beliefs. I would say that's a fact. The most conspicuous and manifestation of Buddhism culture is the magnificent architecture and sculpture of Myanmar's many temples and monasteries, notably those at Yangon, Mandalay, and Bagan, the site of the ancient kingdom of West Central Myanmar. So I would say the beginning of that, the most conspicuous, like it's like the most noticeable, the most fancy, I would say that's more of an opinion. So it's someone's opinion, what is the most magnificent architecture according to them. The last part, Bagan, the site of the ancient kingdom of West Central Myanmar, that would be a fact. So I would say the first half would be an opinion and the second half would be a fact. The various poi are accompanied by music of the sangwang, a percussion instrument ensemble with close relatives in neighboring countries of mainland Southeast Asia. So that's just a description, so that's a fact. And then the leading instruments in the sangwang include a circle of 21 tuned drums called patwang, and abo like now a circle of small horizontally suspended tuned gongs known as chiwang, and another set of small gongs called muang sang. So those are just a description, so those are facts. These instruments are supported melodically by other gongs and drums, while a wooden block and pair of cymbals set the tempo and reinforce the more musical structure. So I would say that's more a description. So Buddhism has been a part of Myanmar's culture. Oh yeah, so it's the same thing. The most popular dramatic form is the pui, which is performed outdoors. So it says the most popular dramatic form. I would say that's probably opinion, that it is the most popular. Someone else might think something else is the most popular, unless they have numbers where they've done research proving that it is the most popular. I would say that's an opinion. There are a variety of poi genres, including both human and puppet theater, and most draw subject matter from the Jataka tales. Yeah, so that seems factual. That's a fact. Yeah, in the 1st century, Myanmar believed in Buddhism. That's a fact. Opinion. Although the dramatic traditions of the Burman court might have appeared to be dying after the elimination of the monarchy in the late 19th century, the tradition survived in non-royal context among the masses. Yeah, I would say that's, especially the part about it dying, it's probably an opinion if it was dying or not, probably based on information. But I would say that's still an opinion. Music and dance are integral to most dramatic forms of Burman. Yeah, it might be opinion. It could also be something. I think that one is a little bit difficult because it could be an opinion, but if it is actually part of all of drama forms, then maybe it would be a fact. Myanmar's culture is an amalgam of royal and common traditions. Yeah, that might be an opinion. With the growth of nationalism and the regaining of independence, it gathered new strength. Okay, let's look at the ones that people, so, and sometimes it is difficult to draw that line between, is there research to back this up? Is this a fact? Or is this just an opinion that someone's giving? So sometimes it is difficult to make that call because you don't know what research is out there. Is it just research that backs it up or supports it? Or do you 100% know? Yeah, so with the growth of nationalism and the regaining of independence, it gathered new strengths. Yeah, I would say that's more an opinion. The most popular dramatic form is the pui, which is performed outdoors. Again, I would say that's an opinion. There are a variety of pui genres. I mean, I assume that's a fact, like that there just are many genres. So I would say that's a fact. Although the dramatic traditions of the Burman court might have appeared to be dying after the elimination of the monarchy in the late 19th century, the tradition survived in a non-royal context among the masses. So I would say maybe the part about it appearing could be an opinion. But obviously, like the elimination of the monarchy in the 19th century is a fact. Okay, so let's switch back, but sometimes it is difficult to kind of say, is it exactly a fact or is it in fact exactly an opinion if you don't know the research behind it. So again, it is looking for the wording of things. Okay, just to discuss. So you can either tell me or type in the chat box. Where are you most likely to find facts in a research paper? So if you're reading a research paper or you're writing a research paper, where are you most likely to find the facts in it? Which sections?
Abstract
Yeah, the abstract. Where else?
or result
Yeah, the results.
and conclusion.
Yeah, maybe the conclusion. Yeah. Recommendations. A lot of recommendations are more, I would say, depending on what you're talking about, are probably opinions. Like recommendations are what you think should be done to change it. Literature review might have some facts. The findings section, yeah. Yeah. So they might have be throughout. Yeah, maybe the introduction. But yeah, I would say the methods section, that's obviously just facts of how you do the how you actually do the research. So those would be factual. The results, and the tables are in the results usually, but you might have tables somewhere else in it, maybe in the lit review. But yeah, so definitely the results section, the method section. You might have some facts in the literature review. The literature review might be a mix of facts and opinions and views and things like that. So it depends. Same with the introduction, because sometimes a literature review and introduction are the same. So it might include some facts, some opinions. The discussion is usually more opinions, but it's based on your results. So it kind of depends of how much you're using your results to explain your discussion section, and how much of that might be facts versus your opinions. Recommendations, I would say, is more opinions, and the conclusion might be more likely to have opinions. So kind of the next question. Where are you most likely to find opinions in a research paper? In which sections or areas? I kind of mentioned some of them, but yeah, so the introduction, conclusion, recommendations, yeah. Results, usually not the results, but maybe if you put your findings and discussion together, then you might have them in that section. If your findings or results and discussion are separate, then they'd probably be in the discussion section, but sometimes you combine them together. So it depends how it's written. Yeah, conclusion. Yeah, if you have a conclusion. Yeah, so it might be in the background or introduction part of it. You might have opinions. Around your research question, there might be some opinions in there. Discussion section can definitely have opinions. Again, like I said, you might have your results or our findings and discussion separate, or you might have them together. So yeah, but you can find opinions in there. And then the conclusion, if you include a conclusion, it might be in the conclusion. Okay. Oh, just out of curiosity, you can just tell me in the chat box, or just tell me, do you think facts or opinions are more important, and why? So if you're thinking about research, Do you think facts or opinions are more important, and why? Or do you think they're equally important, and why? So you can just write in the chat box. Okay, both. Why? Or what's different, or facts because of definite data or data. To support my thesis statement, facts. I mean, I think it also depends a bit on what, so you need some facts because yeah, the data is evidence. So especially in the sciences, those will be very, 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 very factual based. Social sciences, like you're still using data and sources, but you know, you have more qualitative research, which, and I view qualitative research kind of a bit more opinion based. It's also drawing a lot more conclusion, or a lot more like kind of discussion and conclusions compared to STEM research. Yeah, because sometimes opinions are based on facts. Yeah. Yeah, so opinions are important for making recommendations. Okay. Yeah, so it does depend. Okay, so how well do you understand the difference between facts and opinion? Not at all, a little bit, somewhat, quite well, or extremely well. On the count of 3, can you show me? 1, 2, 3. Okay, excellent. Okay, so I know we're over a little bit for time, so I'm going to send the link for the feedback form. I will also email it out. And I will also send in the same email a link to the Google Classroom. So I'm just going to email it out. So there we go. So next week's topic, we're going to be looking at evaluating arguments. So this week was just kind of a little bit of an introduction to facts and opinions. Next week is evaluating arguments. The syllabus or the outline of the syllabus can also be found in the Google Classroom. We do make some changes to it, but overall it can be found in the Google Classroom. Oh, I'm just going to mute. And these are our resources that we used for this presentation. Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to stay for the next few minutes. So thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, I think I'm going to close this one because there's still a few people here. So thank you very much. And bye-bye.